Having a thinking mind and being courage is what can make other people learn and note reality to their 4 children that eagers and will or shall have a willingness to know how did it happen. We start being ruled after the colonies where our forefathers were butchered, others hung, others buried alive, and their history underlined with some tribal betrayers towards the kingdom. The two were left to ruin and slave the remainings. If you think those storybooks that you are being given shows the reality, then I too have a story, a short clue behind the reality I may own to my people. 1, in Kenya, we have a lot of communities with different languages, and you can note them by now. This thing I'm recording before 2027 election. Who has been on power and who has been close on to power, and which games they have been playing to maintain a lot of games they play, slaving each other. 1, those that have been on power as Kikuyus. And the one who was in power was a Kikuyu. I thought for a long time what the main aim was by spreading Kikuyus from other languages areas. Later they opened a radio station all to manage the kingdom by employing the same tribals from those communities that knows the same language to represent and present. Later become their rulers, only lose when Jaramogi Oginga was still living, denied Kikuyus in Nyanza. So all that are now spreading propaganda against President Arab Sumeirud are those that were spread by therefore King Kenyatta, who spread them in all other communities areas except in Holland. Everywhere you go you will find them, but in Nyanza they doesn't have power. That led to an ignorance up to date. If you want to know, I may not complete the story because it's a very long story, because they write books against people, against tribes, but the main ignorance where it started was when Jaramogi Oginga denied Kikuyus in Luo Nyanza to be spread like that. Hey, they have. Jaramogi is for them. So, and that's why Kikuyus will never accept a Luo-run presidency support. They will pretend they supported once you or they had you win. Yet they did. Me, if you are learning books against others, me, I'm learning to myself against you and what are you. And I know. So the problem between you, those they employed on their radio station are the people supporting them. Or they played in their media session at they slave others by supporting 1 or 2 or 3. Instead of you as a man like I, start working alone. Even those that you see are your brothers, don't trust them because they are on the other side. And they are already married the other side or has been married. There are men married on Kikuyu lands. There are women married on Kikuyu land. And there are the people supporting the ignorance of ignoring Luo kingdom or support to become Kenyan king. And now I'm talking of kingdom nowadays. Once Katiba is changed, they gave me so. So when you see those that are being fooled, and I once said, Bantus, brotherhoods, are cheating on each other. But others pretend or seems to be very wise just to act selfishly to their brothers at the end of the tunnel. You may not understand me, but they who are the keys of this knows the end, what shall happen. If you see already you are failing, and you are the key to your brothers who relies on you, and you made a U-turn, what do they expect from them? And you already fooled them. Is to remain fool. Your brother will just remain a fool. And you know, because that's a game you planted to harvest at the high times as your secret. So what brought me, not me, my brothers in Luo land, we are Nilots. And we, from Jaramogi Oginga, never accepted Kikuyus in Luo lands with the reason. That's where ignorance started to date until you accept them. So those brown colors you see around, deny, because they are not your brothers. They are not your brother's keeper. They are on business. If churches are on the business, why can you pretend or say or talk to each other, I'm a fool, I'm not a fool? If you are If your diplomas, your degrees, and the level you sit can show you that I'm a fool, you will note me, Wesley, that who make you be there where you went up to was a fool than I. Follow up. Don't never pretend on people I didn't have a mother, I didn't have a father. Others even are pretending on other people's fathers just to ignore who held them up to date. That I was a single mother's child. Where is single father's children? If you don't think you are being fooled with other people, those fathers that your mothers hung on, their children are now suffering. You, the knowledge you own, and things you may make on your mouth is to call them fools. Yet your mother was the foolest, thinking she was the wisest to hang on them. I know, politicians, most of them, their fathers are living. And they think they are blessed. My friend, you have no blessing. This is a fact of spirituals that are dirty. Yet, the one that should become a leader is hanging around there. But God is not sleeping. God shall make them people. And you, once you act and accept it, be serious and do good things to those people who stands for goodness behind their family. If you want to hang around like your parents used to, then you too shall be a lost seed. But I pray God shall choose the wise one to lead and make his 10 commandments a loyalty to every citizen. You deny me, you ignore me, I'm always there, and I do stand behind my duties. 10 commandments as a law. That's why you will see I'm acceptable. Those who deny my forefathers are acceptable. Always, I know the enmity behind it. And if you want to live with it, naturally, keep it up.